just feel like out here, best prepares me, and I feel like you can do a lot of good for guys that come to Florida, come when it's summertime and it's 90 plus degrees every day with 70+% humidity, and come in here and get a lot of work done. So Florida's always been, home to me. Obviously, I'm from here, but being able to train in this heat and this weather conditions is always an advantage for me.
You were a star here, the bounce house well. Why is it so important for you to come back here and train and work out to, where you kind of set the foundation for yourself in the NFL?
Yeah, I just feel like it's a good look for the school, and I also feel like it motivates the college guys, and having the recruits come in and be able to see pro athletes here at the facility, whether it's when they catch us on the side, asking for some knowledge, or just being motivated seeing us out here working every single day, and maybe one day them being able to do the same as well. I feel like it's going to bring a lot of attention to the school, and I feel like that's what UCF needs to get to the next level.
A lot of memories for you of staying after practice and putting in even more work. I remember seeing you in the field house catching balls long after practice ended.
Yeah, that's always been me. That's what my mom harped on since I was a young kid. Just working hard, being disciplined, being committed to what I want to do, and if there's something I want in this world, I got to go take it no matter what. No excuses for anything. So that's how I've always been working. That's how I always think.
Gabe, what's your goal here? Is it to be in peak condition before camp starts, or is it to help you ease into better? Because you probably learned a lot last year before you went in.
Yeah, it just helps me, again, like you said, being peak condition, conditioner-wise, ball skill-wise, strength-wise, just being ready to go for a long training camp. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of big competing. OTAs is more of a relaxed time, but we were out there fighting, going hard, and I know camp's going to be real crazy, so we've got to be prepared for it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Do you find coaches know when guys are ready and when they're not, so that's you want to be ready?
Yeah, of course. Right? Yeah, I feel like, when you're out there and you're playing, that'll show everything. What you have to do out there on that field, and, going on some long drives and running around and being active throughout this whole training camp month to let people know who's been training, who's not been.
What have you identified in your game that you most want to improve on going into this next season?
Just being an all-around great receiver when it comes to blocking, running routes, know what I'm supposed to do in multiple positions. That's the biggest thing I've wanted to be able to do. But also this year I'll be playing a lot more and being able to show that I can stay healthy, be strong, and be consistent throughout, a long season.
Gabe, what are your thoughts on the program under Gus Malzahn, kind of things they're doing?
I think they're doing well. A lot of the guys, I was just in there watching them lift some weights, and they're moving some big weights out there, and they got a lot of good and great players that I've been seeing walking in and out, whether it's 7-on-7, watching them run routes and stuff. So I know they're going to have a good team here. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch UCF this year.
You've been in the league for a few years now. What's kind of like the reputation when you say you're from UCF?
The biggest thing everybody brings up is the national championship, and they always want to get on me about it. But again, like I said, I feel like we had the best team in college football that year, and that's what it was. But I feel like a lot of great guys have came out through UCF, and we put UCF on the map. And I'm happy to be from a college like this to be able to accomplish so much that it did in a short span of time.
When you were a young player here and guys came back and worked out, and you had opportunity to see them or talk with them, what went through your mind then, and why is it important that you pass along your knowledge to young guys now?
Yeah, I feel like that's how I was. I always wanted to. I was around pro guys when I was at Tom Shaw, and I was around Dak Prescott, Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, Ike Taylor, all these guys, Miles. The list goes on of how many great people I was around that's doing good in the NFL, and I was always just being around them alone, not even asking questions, motivated me to want to get to their level and be on the status that they're on. So that's what I, work for every single day.
These guys now aspire to be you on this campus.
Yeah, no, it's a great feeling. A lot of the work and sacrifice that I put into the game has been shown these past couple of years, and I'm glad to be one of those guys that the college kids looked up to, because I remember when the roles were switching, I was looking up to other guys, so I know it's a special feeling.
And
the Bills served notice last year, so the target is on the team's back. So how are you guys going to back this up?
Yeah, we just have to go out there and play like we always been playing. We know how good we are. We know what we want to do. We know what the end goal is. And just go out there. It's us against us, and that's the mindset we have to have throughout the whole season.
And you remain a role model in the community. You stay connected to Sanford. What's it like to have your jersey retired and get keys to the city?
It means so much to me, because that's the city that made me the man I am today. And a lot of my great friends and great people I've been around have all been in Sanford, and that city means so much to me because it taught me a lot about life. And again, that's where I was raised, and want to be able to motivate those kids that are in that same city that can do the same thing that I've been doing and with football, but just in every area of life. There's a lot of guys that should be in my shoes, a lot of guys that could be in my shoes, and a lot of guys that will be one day. And just want to keep that same motivation. As you see, we got 4 Stanford guys at UCF right now, so this is kind of what we want to do, come out of the city for sure.
And you take that responsibility seriously to be a role model for these young guys.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I try to practice what I preach and want to make sure I put the right look out there when it comes to the cameras and everything, and have those kids looking up to me. Like you said, a lot of the guys are looking up to me now, so I know I have to play this kind of role that I'm prepared for and want to take advantage of.
A lot of defenses are going to know who Gabriel is going into next season. Are you prepared for that, and how have you been training for that and preparing for that situation?
Again, just training as if I do every single year, trying to make sure that I don't think anything different, just trying to be the best version of me when my opportunity comes out there, no matter who's across the field from me. And I feel like I've done that really well in the NFL, executing whenever my number was called, and that's what I try to stay consistent to and keep doing.
What do you think UCF needs to do to make itself a bigger name?
I feel like we are making ourselves a bigger name. I feel like UCF is definitely on the map. When I tell guys, from UCF, they all know what the school is now. And I feel like we just have to keep moving forward, keep winning games, and you really want to get on the map, you got to start playing big teams and beating them, and that's what we did last year. I mean, we played Florida and came out with the W on that. I know that was a big game for us because Florida, who's the best kind of a deal. So just keep moving in that same direction of just upping the competition and keep beating them.
What do you think of this move to the Big 12 now?
Yeah, no, I think it's an awesome move again. Like you said, we're playing a lot more bigger people, doing bigger things, and I'm excited for the UCF and what they got going on. I feel like it's been years in the making, and I'm happy to be a part of that legacy that's going on here and being able to have UCF be a big-time school.
Sorry if you already answered this question, but just how do you feel about moving into the wide receiver number 2 role with the Bills?
It's a blessing just to be able to, I've been out there for 2 years now and been working and just trying to play my role the best way I can whenever my number was called, being able to execute at the highest level that I know how, and was able to be real successful at it. So to be able to finally get the opportunity to go out there and play a lot is definitely something I'm prepared for.
How are you approaching this season? Is it any different than your other seasons?
Yeah, just always trying to keep the same mentality back when I was little to now, just always being relentless and being hungry, being ready to go.